everybody, welcome back. I am Yolanda, aka Creative Mommy of Two. And today we have another WIP and Chat. As you see, we're doing something a little different today. We are doing the iron-on beads from Says Creative, the beads art. And I need to grab my box, otherwise I can show you the image. So I'm working on this one today. As you see, I have just 4 of the 6 plates, in case you have watched the unboxing. The other 2 I have sitting right here. And yeah, so I wanted to get started together. I already actually picked out some colors so I can work on it, but I thought let's just test if this works the best, like this. I know I already have to do 3 rows of colors full of just simple black, so I'm just going to start with that and see from there how easy it goes. So yeah, I just put a cutting board underneath here and placed 4 of these, well, thingies down. Once I am as far as working on the last, I will put on the last images. So for the last thingies, words. It's not a brain day today. Actually, it's not a brain week this week. So yeah. If I don't make any sense today, I am already very sorry, but yeah, it's been one of those weeks. My brain is everywhere. Except where it's supposed to be. Working. Well, where to start? Well, let's start with a little housecast. You can still hear it in the background because it's still here. Sadly. I wanted actually to have it gone by now, but that did not go according to plan. Because our neighbors said they would take it, but apparently she really wanted it, because I went to their door Friday like, hey, is your offer still up? Because yeah, we didn't find an owner, so if you want it, you can have it. Just make sure you have your own cage. So yeah, she was like, yeah, bring it over. It's all fine. And then like a few minutes later, she came and she was like, well, apparently the husband doesn't want it. So yeah, he's like, one of those screamers is enough. But yeah, still I can get why, because they're not the youngest people. I believe she's in her 70s and he is in his 80s, even though if you would say that they were 60 and not even 7, well, like in their 60s both, I most likely also would believe you. So yeah, they're really, really active. Especially she is. She is, well. I hope I get old that gracefully, but I fear not. But yeah, so yeah, it's still here. I'm not putting it on the street just like that, like we found it, so I am just waiting to find it a good home. But yeah. The annoying thing is, like, if we would have wanted the shelter to pick it up by now, you would ask us money. And yeah, then I rather just sell it on Marketplace or something. Because yeah, it would just be annoying if I had to pay to get them pick it up. Even though if I did it last week when I called them on Tuesday, they said that it was free. Only if we waited like a little bit longer, then yeah, it wasn't. So yeah. Oh well. I get that they still need to make a living. Well, not a living because it's a volunteer shelter, but mostly. But at least they may need to make ends meet, and yeah, pets are expensive, especially if, yeah, you have them for a long time there. I actually volunteered at that certain animal shelter, so I know some of the people will most likely not that much anymore because yeah, it's been a few years by now. I think it's already 5 years ago that I stopped there. Due to circumstances. I was planning on returning, but like, yeah, it didn't happen. So, yeah. Oh well. We'll just need to figure out a place to put the parakeets. But we'll find it in the end. So for now we have just a little house guest. I hope for not long, so I can hopefully quickly get you updated on that it's gone. So, yeah. The other animal updates. The cat. Lucia did go to the vet last week, had a ultrasound done again to check for the stones in her bladder. Luckily, it just passed through and she got a clean bill of health and yeah, she was perfectly fine. Normally, she would have needed to go in again in a couple of months to have her blood checked, but we're like, can that wait a little bit? Because yeah, we know that our medication can cause problems, but at the moment she isn't the happiest with going to vet because like basically the last 2 years every couple of months she needs to go. So by now every time she sees her carrier she gets nervous and she pees all over herself and yeah, not fun. So yeah, we had that. Luckily, she's healthy, doesn't need surgery, so at least that makes us happy. We also, as I said, had a company contact us back for our attic, for the installation. They normally would come, I believe, the 21st. But they actually called us back like 10 minutes later and they were like, hey, we actually got a cancellation in your city. Would it be okay if the advisor comes in like 10-15 minutes? So, and since my husband was already home because he wanted to go to the vet with Lucia so that I didn't need to fuss around with the kids and bring them to his parents and stuff like that. And we also had somebody come for electric later on in the day. So he looked at me and he was like, yeah, sure, we can be available in an hour. For an hour in like a few minutes. No issue there. So yeah, we had that person come over. At least for now it felt good. But the only downfall is, as I said last week, yeah, they don't remove the insulation, so we tried again to find a way to get rid of it. Started a little bit, started fussing a little bit at each other because my husband was like, well, this is a lot of work. And I was like, yeah, what did you think? They had a lot of stuff in there. So I got a little bit annoyed with him and I was like, well, if you don't want to do it, contact the company and let them do it. But be prepared to pay a few $1,000, well, euros. Because, yeah, basically every company in like something doing with installation, construction, stuff like that can basically ask whatever they want and have, well, still pick whatever they want to do. So, yeah. Not really happy with that, but oh well. So yeah, we're now waiting on, again, companies to contact us back so that we could see what's the options and like what's the time schedule that we're waiting for and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm basically a little bit of annoyed. But oh well. But yeah, I'm getting at the point where I'm like really fed up with the fact that it costs so much money and it already cost us so much. And every time I think like finally we can move on, we have a company for this, then it's like, oh well, there's something with this or something with that, and then we can start all over again. And this is an ongoing struggle for 2.5 years by now. And I'm about to break down over it because, yeah. And it's also putting quite a lot of pressure on my husband and myself because we both know it's not a thing that's in our control, but we're both so done with it. That's just... It's getting to that point where you're just frustrated and you just don't want to take it out on each other, but at the same time, yeah, you might. So, oh well. Am I even recording? Yes, I am. Whew. For a second, I thought I wasn't recording, but that's not a new thing. But yeah, trying to just survive. Let's see. One down as there. I am assuming that it's the same, and 6 down there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I think it is this color, and then 3 of these, and then the rest of the row is still black. But at least we're getting a little bit of color. But again, yeah, so it's starting to frustrate a bit too much, but yeah. But this time, again, my body is acting up again. Stress. One time it hits me this way, one time it hits me that way, and it's now again back into my guts where it's been way too many times before, which is pretty annoying, but oh well, can't do much about it. But yeah, it's not that fun when, if you have kids, you know, most likely you just can't take a day off and feel like, well, I can't feel like it, but I can't do anything about it. But I feel basically like I just want to lay in bed, curl up in a ball and do nothing. But yeah, I don't have that luxury. Since, well, I have 2 small kids that do depend on me. So yeah. And I also need to do a lot around the house. We had a long weekend this weekend, so husband was home. I relaxed a little bit more than usual. I also frustrated myself a little bit more than usual. And there one went to the floor. I'll pick it up later. But yeah, I actually wanted to bake something today. Like a chocolate mousse cake. I made the mousse yesterday because it needed heavy cream. That's basically like an American thing, and we don't have it, but we have. I searched it up on Google, and Google told me that our Dutch whipping cream is pretty similar, so for most of the recipes you can just use the same. But yeah, apparently I bought some like pans to put it in, but apparently I bought the wrong size in comparison to the like pan for like the sheet cake that I have. So yeah, that didn't go according to plan, and since my basement is basically half filled with craft supplies and also lots of it is baking supplies, my husband was like, well, then we just get you the right size. And I was like, yeah, but I don't want to keep buying stuff when I half of the time don't even know where my stuff is. So yeah, because most of the times those things aren't cheap. Because yeah, I bought lately, like in the last few weeks, for especially for that project, I bought 3 things, and in total I believe was like 40 euros or something, 40, 50. And that's not fun if I know that I have a lot of stuff in the basement, but I just don't exactly know where. So I am still hoping and praying for space, which I'm doing basically again also for a lot of years. The story of my house. Find some space to stuff everything away, or find the place where you stuffed it away. Not fun. Really not fun. And pretty annoying actually, but oh well. Yeah, so it was like I don't want to keep buying stuff if I can't find like half of my stuff, because I just don't want to buy stuff double, because yeah, it's not that it's cheap, and yeah. Don't want that, so whoop. Oh, come on. So yeah, I'm basically trying to hold off on buying stuff, but we'll see how long that lasts. Let's see, which one do I need? Because I have a pretty annoying list, because I have this kind of legend to work with. But yeah, I have completely down at the bottom, I have a color list, but with like no actual things that I know which color is which, and yeah, I have them like this. So yeah, that's basically pretty annoying because I don't know which color is which color. So I'm just guessing by this point. And I'm guessing is this color. If not, well, tough luck. Yeah, for sure it would have been a lot easier if the company would have just pre-packaged these beads and just, yeah, labeled them correctly so I wouldn't need to fuss over them. But oh well. Can't stress about everything because then I would go completely stir crazy, but I'm crazy enough as is, so. Yeah. For the rest, also on Tuesday, the company came over, like I said, for the electric. So, well, actually, no, even if we actually got that quota back. Don't think we did, or either way, my husband forgot to tell it. Because, yeah, we had a long weekend and we did a lot and nothing at the same time. that's basically our weekends. Trying to stuff as much in the weekends as possible without going crazy, and at the same time also relax. But yeah, the person already was saying that it was extremely busy, and he also couldn't do the electric before, I believe, like end of the year. So no, not end of the year, like what was it? I believe September or something that it was that he could actually do it because he had it was so busy. But we're like, yeah, well, that's not an issue. We can work with that. Let's see. There. Yeah. Trying to outline black first so that I see what I'm doing a little bit better. So I don't need to keep counting. For the rest, we bought ourselves some new stuff. We actually this afternoon, yes, it was a bank holiday, but it's one of those bank holidays where that full holiday things that like most of the shops are open because it's like notoriously shopping day. So yeah, we went shopping for a new lamp because yeah, we actually Friday or Saturday bought a new lamp for in our living room. But Sunday in the morning, my husband was dressing himself in our bedroom and he put his arm out, hit the lamp on that we have on the ceiling because it's one of those hanging lamps. And yeah, he hit the lamp, and yeah, because we have been hitting it so much because it's actually too low for the ceiling we have and the type of lamp we have, that basically every time we do our bed it is a case of we hit it. Yeah, it snapped off and the lamp fell down a little bit. Luckily it still had the electric cord, so at least it's somewhat up. Yeah, not how it's supposed to. But oh well. Can't help much of it. But yeah. I think I'm already messing up the colors here, so it will. 2, 4, 5, 2, 4, 5. 1 over. Just going to do the black now and mess around with it a little bit later. So yeah. And after that, I most likely just put it in the basement for I don't know when and hope that I don't hit it in the meantime, because otherwise, yeah. Luckily, the kids are somewhat behaving. They're still, well, crazy as hell, so yeah, at times. They're also annoying as hell, but let's be honest, that's just kids, but yeah, it's still annoying. But luckily they're also cute at times. Yeah, they're little monsters, and in case of my son, he's a little tank because he literally keeps hitting himself on basically everything. It will. Yeah. I think my brain wants to shut down, so I can think of like another thing to think about. So yeah, I think I'm going to, well, keep it at this. We at least have done a couple of rows. We have done 5 rows completely and the 6th row most of it, so at least we have a start. I hope you like this short and rambly as usual. video. If you did, well, you know where to find the like button, and if you haven't already subscribed and you stayed around till now, I think you like my rambliness, so please consider subscribing. You would help me out quite a lot if you do so. If not, that's also perfectly fine. I would just like to invite you for our next video. So yeah, again, if you like this video, please give it a like, and well, you know the drill. And I hope to see you next time. Bye!